Hello everyone and welcome back to Age of Nagash, which is a channel dedicated to Age of Sigmar. And in this video we'll be looking at more news from Warhammer community, and we've been given some more insight of Warhammer Quest the Cursed City. And I was tempted to do a video on what they released yesterday. It was basically about one of the wizards that's in it and a bit of story, and I didn't have the time to do it, so I was maybe going to do it today. And then they've released more interesting information about Cursed City other than that. So we're not going to talk about that now, we'll go into this. So this is going to be, you can use all of the Cursed City models in Warhammer Age of Sigmar and going through some of the little rules they have on their Warscrolls in the game. So joining me in this video as well is going to be Luke, who's joined me in many videos before. Thank you very much for coming along, and are you excited to go through some of these rules?
I am. I've taken a little sneaky peek ahead whilst I was waiting for this to start, and some tasty stuff. So let's get into it.
Very good. I myself have not read through this, so be prepared for mispronunciations and also, most importantly, surprise, I suppose. Right, and also, before we go into these videos, like I always say with these like Warhammer news sort of stuff, let us know your thoughts about it in the comments as well, because I'm really interested to hear that as well. In case there's anything that we've missed as well, let us know. So, it says, you've met Radakar, the wolf, the evil vampire overlord of Wolfenkarn, and some of his heroes seeking to drive him from the Cursed City. Every model that comes in the new Warhammer Quest box set also has a war scroll for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, so they can take their feud beyond the city walls. Here's a sneak peek at some of our favourite rules. So hopefully, like a lot of this stuff, about 7, 8 out of 10, not good at all in Age of Sigmar. Hopefully this can be the 2 out of 10. So, first thing we've got is Jacq.l. So this is the vampire hunter here, one of the first ones we saw for Warhammer Quest Cursed City. It says the mysterious vampire hunter Jacq.l is happy to hunt down the undead anywhere across the mortal realms. Well, he's never exactly happy, but as the old saying goes, he stakes where he travels. So
he has stakes, will travel.
He has stakes, will.
I don't get it either.
No, that's fine. I think I mispronounced it purposely to try and make sense. Anyway, enemies of the cities of Sigmar will face Jacq.'s judgment when he uses his signature weapon. Judgment.
We're getting a new model for cities. Huzzah!
New models. What city can he belong in? None of them.
All of them.
Right. Okay. Judgment. With deadly accuracy, Jacq.l fires bullets of sanctified Mord silver from this long-barreled rifle that punch through armor, flesh and bone with equal ease. Okay, so that's 18-inch range. His main gun, obviously. We haven't got the harpoon thing. Let's set here. So, if an attack made with the judgment scores a hit, the target sequence ends, and you must roll a dice. If the roll is at least double the target's wound characteristic, one model from that unit is slain after all this model's attacks have been resolved. If the roll is less than double the wound's characteristic, the unit suffers one mortal wound after all of its models.
That's odd.
If an attack made with judgment scores a... That's a terrible weapon. Okay, so one more wound.
I imagine that because it's got the underslung stake launcher, that it will have more than one ranged attack a turn, which is why it's saying when all the attacks have been resolved, because it's only got one attack, but it's saying that all attacks have been resolved. So I think it's going to have more than one shooting attack a turn.
Hopefully. And I know like it's not terrible, because like you could pick one model out of an enemy unit and break coherency and stuff like that, and you can do, you've got an 18-inch range and a free up to do it. So it's still good. It's still good.
It says you attack the unit, though. I think one model from that unit is like you don't get to pick the unit, the model.
Okay. I don't like it then. It's like a blood vulture.
Yeah.
But on a free
I mean, they have their play, but it's not amazing.
Yeah. But like I said, it comes to be expected. This is great for killing lower wound models and guaranteeing a mortal wound on the bigger beasties that you come across. Not too sure about that. And then we've got Octrian Glintscree. So the guy with a very long beard. If there were any doctors left in Wolfenkarn, they would probably warn Octrian about venturing too far out of the city and fighting in too many battles due to his age. Fortunately, the doctors left about the same time that the Deadwalker zombies showed up. Who needs doctors when the dead can still walk? Plus Ultra... I hate these puns. Ultra can unleash a Wyvern Hex, which should be more than enough to keep them safe. I haven't read this yet, but please can it just be a worse Arcane Bolt? Okay, Wyvern Hex has casting value of 6. If successfully cast, pick one enemy unit within 18 inches that's visible to them. That unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. In addition to the rest of the battle, that unit is affected with the Elfin's Hex. Subtract 1 inch from their move characteristics of a unit affected with the Elfin's Hex. Okay, so not bad.
It's not terrible, yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. It's D6 more wounds, which is nice. Just on an extra, you need an extra 1 in your casting compared to Arcane Bolt, which is only 1 mortal wound, and you subtract 1.
It doesn't say you can't do it more than once.
I think it does, because like if it's affected by Octrin's Hex, so it's already affected by it.
Yeah.
I think, I see where you're coming from, but I think if it becomes a problem, I think they'll FAQ it. Just to.
Yeah.
I don't think it's intended, but it's all right. Like, there's some like really slow units and stuff out there, isn't there? Obviously.
I mean, you stick that on a unit of like Iron Drakes, a 3-inch move is yeah.
Exactly. If you stick it on a unit of eels, then they're not going to care. But it's all right. It's not bad. It's a good Arcane Bolt. So it's almost like the opposite of what I just said I thought it could be. So use this spell to slow down any units that look like they're getting too close to your army. Subject to...
I mean, that's true. By that point, if they're 18 inches away from your spellcaster, is 1 inch really going to make the world of difference?
No, because if they're a threat to you and they're 18 inches away and you think they're going to charge, it's probably because they're something like I said, eels, and they honestly don't care if you make them -1 to me. Right.
Oh,
so then we got Gorslav, the Gravekeeper. Finally, someone who I care about. So, very nice model. We've been through all that before. Before the coming of Radikar the Wolf, the people of Ulfenkarn were simple. They called a spade. Not the depraved Gorslav, though. He calls it a deadly weapon. They should have just called it deadly weapon. The Gravekeeper's spade. So, 2-inch range, 3 attacks, forwards, freeze, -1, D3 damage. Okay. That's all right, but he's just not here for his combat potential, which I'm not expecting him to be, but that's fine.
No.
To be fair, the Gravekeeper does still use it as a spade when he's digging up plenty of dead walkers to join his horde of undead. The zombies make perfect bodyguards regardless of how much of their body is left. Okay, so it sounds like he's got like a necromancer rule here. So, Keeper of the Corpse Gardens. We'll read this because it's deaf. Those victims buried within the crypt and charnel pits of Ulfenkarn are bound to Gorslav through a death magic. In battle, he can call upon his dead walker minions to throw themselves into enemy attacks and blunt their blades. Roll a dice before you allocate a wound or mortal wound to this model if it is within 3 inches of any zombie units. On a 4+, that wound or mortal wound must be allocated to one of those units instead of this one. So just so we know, like zombie unit, it's interesting because they used to call them dead walkers, unless this is just the zombie unit, which I presume it is actually. So it's just the zombie unit. On a 4+, the other thing to say there is that the normal Necromancer can do it with any summonable unit, so it's not as good as that. With his ability to summon new zombies to the battlefield, that's cool. Gorslav is an excellent addition to any death army, but they're not going to tell us what that ability is.
Given the rule, but they have stated that he'll be able to summon new ones.
Yeah. How many can he summon? 1 a turn. What's it save? It doesn't have a save. Correct. Anyway, but then we have the Varg Skies. Skies? How's that said? Varg Skies?
Not the Varg. It's the rat that we all love. That's all that we care about, right?
That's the name of the rat, right?
Yeah.
This is his companion, the big beast.
Well, the way he's hunched over him does look like he's just protecting the rat.
Yeah, it's just like, no. It was like he's trying to give it a hug, and the rat's like, don't touch me. Okay.
Anyway. I want the rule. If you're dealing damage to the rat, the Varg, not the Varg, takes the damage for the rat.
Agreed. And I like it that they don't call it a Vargolf, so it's a different creature. I think is cool because it is like more werewolf sort of type. I would love if they called this thing a werewolf, and that's what werewolves look like in Age of Sigmar. That would have been awesome. But I'm happy with it being a new creature. And so that's cool. I like that. And love the model. We've already been through this, so let's see what its abilities are. When a vampire can no longer control its feral urges, it can turn into a monstrous Vargskaya. while it might not be the traditional and noble and fashionable vampire archetype, it's still a nightmarish creature for anyone it faces on the battlefield. Thanks to its bounding leaps, a Vargskyer can swiftly dispatch foes with its talons and gaping maw. So, bounding leaps, 3 times the height of a man, and with supernatural strength and reflexes, a Vargskyer covers ground with terrifying speed. You can attempt to charge with this model if it is within 8 inches of an enemy instead of 12, and you can roll 3d. I was guessing this ability halfway through reading it. Yeah, so basically it's like your Morgasts Harbingers. It rolls 3d6 to charge, but it can declare 18. So that is cool. I do like that. But without knowing what it's like, we don't know how good it's going to be. Because the easiest thing to compare this to is a Vargolf. I presume this is going to be a Flesh-Eater Court keyworded model. I would hope so. And if it is compared against it, it's firstly going to be compared to how strong is it compared to what we call the Smashbat, which is the Vargolf. And also, can it bring back other models? Is it a courtier? Because if it can't bring back other models... Because, pardon me, I remember the Vargolfs used to be vampires that went mad, but I don't even know if they are anymore. I think their laws changed a little bit since Flesh-Eater Courts came out.
I don't think this is going to get the Flesh-Eater Courts keyword.
Yeah, it's just because it's painted up like them as well. You think, but I hope so. But anyway, if it doesn't get Flesh-Eater Courts, I don't see how it fits in. But maybe Soulblight Gravelords, because it is a vampire, because it should have the vampire keyword.
I think that's where it's going to go.
Yeah, okay, that sounds like where that's going to go. And then, it looks like that's it. So it says, with a charge range of up to 18 inches, nothing is safe from a Vargskyer. Okay, just stop over-promising this stuff. Even if you manage to cast Octron's Weathering Hex upon it, this creature is going to be feasting upon your warriors tonight. Is it out tonight?
They've already said that Hex isn't worth it in their own article.
And they've already confirmed it's out tonight. That's cool. But what I was going to say as well, it's just I just think it's cute because when they talk about all this stuff, this, he's a matchup for the wizard because his spell isn't that great because he can charge that 3d6 and all that, and it's just what world are they living in? That's not. Number one, that wizard probably won't be on the table much because it's probably not going to be as cheap as a battle mage. And probably will be.
It'd be cheaper than a battle mage. It probably 110.
Probably won't be. It probably won't be. And this guy's probably going to be really expensive. I'm casting doubt, and hopefully, I'm happy to be wrong about all of this negativity I'm saying. But the world they live in is nothing is safe. Me and Luke are actually playing a game of I'll show you. We're playing a game of TTS at the moment, as you can see here. And then we saw that this came in, so we thought we'd do a video on it in between. And I just charged 10 Death Riders into some Phoenix Guard. I charged 10 into Phoenix Guard, and one of your Phoenix Guard died? Is that right?
I think 3 died.
3 died out of a lot of attacks in -2 rend. This guy has no... not Death Riders aren't the best thing either, but I'm just trying to say. Alright, so we'll go to sad then I think so. All of Warhammer Age of Sigmar's Warscrolls for the Cursed City models come in the box of the new Warhammer Quest game. To learn more about the doomed city of Ulfenkarn and heroes seeking to save it, check out the Cursed City website. Just had a quick look. I don't think anything's changed, nor would I expect it to. So yeah, that's fine. So that's that. I'm not overly disappointed in this. Generally, I didn't think that'd be great, and they're not terrible.
No.
So it's all right. Is what I'd say. It's all right. It's cool.
Could have been a lot worse.
I think I would have preferred it if they just showed us the rules for one of the good guys and one of the bad guys, and they just gave us everything, the full war scroll. Make it, I don't know, make it cool. Make it the Varg skies, right, and then make it the Witch Hunter, or just make it the Witch Hunter and make it the Gravekeeper. The 2 original they were shown. But anyway, it's cool. And it's nice to see some stuff. But like I said, more importantly, I'm interested to hear what your guys' thoughts on it are, because I don't just want to hear from my opinion. It's nice to have yourself, Luke, here as well, so I can bounce off our thoughts compared to a lot of time when I do this new stuff and it's just mainly me. But actually, to be fair, me and Luke will be here tomorrow. No mistake, because we've got the preview. Well, yeah, just literally. By the time this video goes out, you guys have got a video Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for me. Bloody hell. And I haven't got any. I've got no videos recorded for next week so far. So We'll get there. We'll get a video out every 2 days at least. Or does this mean I get a week off? No, it doesn't. But yeah, so that's cool. I wasn't expecting this, so it's a nice thing. But with that, let us know your thoughts, guys. If you're excited for Warhammer Quest Cursed City and you enjoy the video, remember to smash the like button, subscribe button, and bell notification if you haven't already. Literally 3 little clicks all next to each other, massive help out the channel, and are completely free to do so. What I'd like to say as well is a massive shout out to my biggest supporters here on the channel, which are going to be my patrons and my YouTube members, because of these people, I can continue making these videos to help people get into Age of Sigmar and to continue their Age of Sigmar journey, basically. And that's going to be my biggest supporters, which are going to be my Morgasts. So that's going to be Johnathan H, Filq, Bleed Red, and Christopher G. Thank you so much, guys, for giving me support at that level. It's making a huge difference, and please keep it up. I really am appreciative of it. And then we've got my vampires, which are Mir, Martin S, Raz321, David A, Ronni H, Doug P, and SpareBear as well, guys, at that tier, especially with Cursed City, all about vampires. Thank you so much. Maybe we'll make the Varscrolls, I've already forgotten what it's called. Maybe we'll make that a tier on this, shall we? That could be interesting. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for your continued support. And then we've got my Necromancers with Jacq.l, RadiationRiley, AW77, Sagas, WolfNick, Michal W, Quad, Cranky Wombat, Christopher F, Christopher C, James S, and Steve T as well. All you guys really help out the channel, so thank you so much for continued support. And what I'd like to say as well is if anyone would like to become a Patreon or YouTube member, it's really easy to do so. It really helps out the channel, and I would give you, my eternal gratitude, basically, as well as other benefits that are on there. But you can click the join button, that's next to the subscribe button. So if you press that, that means that you can give anything for just £1 a month, really helps out the channel. Or if you want to join on Patreon, you can go and find a link to my Patreon top description down below. But if you can't do anything like that, guys, no worries at all. But if you did enjoy the video, like I say, if you could just like, subscribe, and bell notification, that would make a huge difference, basically, and help out the channel. And beyond anything else, guys, I'm just glad that you came and checked out this video today. I hope you're excited for Warhammer Quest Cursed City. No doubt we're going to find out more news tomorrow about maybe Warhammer Quest Cursed City, but probably about other things as well. So we've got lots of new stuff coming out. This is just but one of them, and we're in a good moment for the hobby, apart from the lack of an FAQ for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. But with all of that aside, thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. You got any questions as well, I'll be happy to try and answer them best I can. And I suppose as Luke's here, and we're playing in the Discord, if you'd like to join the Discord, great community there, and join the conversation. So with that, I'm going to thank you all for watching. Thank you so much, Luke, as well, for joining me. And is there anything you would like to say? Any shout out would you like to give? That's the first time I've asked anyone this question.
I will.
And with that, we don't have time. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember, until next time, to stay safe, wear a mask, wear gloves, stay hygienic. Not because of a pandemic. Generally, it's a good thing to do, but also because there's a pandemic out there.